Hello again, and welcome to World War Weeb number 4, where we ask you just one question. Where the fuck is Orphan?
I did away with him, Senpai.
Astonishing. Alright, well, with that nonsense out of the way, what's the first thing that we do on this podcast?
Oh my god, is it bad fanfiction reading time?
Oh, you bet it is. You bet your bottom dollar. And why are you not showing up? Okay. I'm going to have to add the display capture again because OBS is a bitch.
Oh my god, OBS, why? Why are you giving
Why
us
is OBS the worst thing ever invented?
Why is OBS giving us the BS? And why the hell am I not seeing number 4 show up on our listing?
OBS hates people.
I don't know.
I'm not seeing us on live.
OBS is the before Skynet.
The before Skynet, eh?
It's ignoring everything. It's ignoring your commands.
Okay, why are you doing this? OBS, you make everything terrible every time. Every goddamn time. I don't like it. I don't like it. But
OBS,
now things are working. Anywho, should we try the fanfic again? Because now it's showing on my screen.
I guess so? Okay. So today's bad fanfiction...
She's having a stroke over
And
here.
apparently Boba Bun cannot read today. Okay.
We are
So today's-
professionals. That's a
We are-
lie.
We are professionals. Okay. So today's bad fanfic reading is called Yandere Tamaki. I will not give you this person's name, as I will protect their privacy. But damn, is it bad. As you have probably already guessed, this is an Oren High School fanfic. So, be prepared to be,
Oh, hooray. My favorite.
Estacado. You honor us with your presence.
Here we go.
Apologies, internet screwed up.
Aha, there's Orphan.
Oh my god,
Hello.
and I was about to put up the milk carton flyers and everything!
Oh, well. We'll get him next time.
Damn, I thought I could get away with him. I mean, what?
Nani?
No, Nika.
Okay, now onto the bad fanfic reading. Hey, twins! Yes, boss? They say in unison. Tamaki had big plans for them. I need you to meet me after school and don't tell anyone where you're going. It's a secret. Secret? Oh my! The twins say in unison, smiling evilly at each other. Don't worry, boss, Hikaru said. We'll be there, Kaoru finished. Tamaki walked through the halls, wondering if he should wonder.
This is so good.
Tamaki walked through the halls, wondering if he should really go through with this. Hey, senpai. Gah! Tamaki yelled as he turned around. Haruhi was behind Tamaki. She smiled. You sure are jumpy today, senpai. One look at Haruhi's beautiful, somewhat masculine face reminded Tamaki that he must go through with it. So, why did you want to see us? Hikaru asked. Nobody knows why you're here, right? Of course, Hikaru said. Why couldn't we tell anyone? Kaoru asked, obviously skeptical. I have this axe. I need your help chopping wood. Yes, Wood.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he knows how to handle that wood.
I'm sure he does know how to handle that wood.
I'm sure he knows.
Now, children, let's continue back with story time. You're weird, Karu said. You called us out here for that? Really, boss? We're leaving, Hikaru said, and started walking away. Oh, you don't want to do that, Tamaki said. One swift chop of the axe caused the head of the leaving twin to fall to the ground. Hikaru!
What?
Kaoru yelled. Stay away from Haruhi! Kaoru's head soon followed the fate of his brothers. Off with his head! Today we look into the murder of the rich twins Hikaru and Kaoru Hichan. They were found in the back of the school, or in high school, both decapitated. One of the identical brothers has the words "stay off," and the other one says, "my girl." We believe "my girl" is referring to America. America, home of the free, land of the brave.
That's
Even
my
here in
girl.
Japan, we salute that beautiful country. God bless America. Amen. The American news reporter said Tamaki was watching with great intensity. Good. They don't suspect a thing, he smiled. They don't suspect what, Master Tamaki? A new maid said as she came into dust. Oh, nothing. Could you please turn off the lights for a second? Yes, Master Tamaki. In the dark, she got stabbed through the esophagus, puncturing both the lungs and the lower intestine. She died. Tama-chan! I heard your maid got murdered in your room. Mori-chan told me to give you cake, Honey said, holding up strawberry cake. He had innocence bursting through his brown eyeballs of chibi-ness. Thank you. Thank you, Honey-senpai, Tamaki said. Should I kill him too? I should make a list, he thought. A list he did make. A list of whom I will kill. Hikaru and Kaoru. If I could do it again, I would. Her weird transvestite father. Her mother. Oh, wait. That's so bad. The
Wait, can I read the rest of his list? I need to do this. I need to do this.
I'm getting to this. Let me do this. I can do it.
Oh my god.
The rest of the host club. Besides Haruhi and me, of course. 5. I can't think of anyone else. Why did I even make a number 5? 6. Why did I even make a list? It's only 2 real things on it. 7. Aaron's mom. Damn, wrong anime. 8. Seriously, I'm done. 9. Oh, wait! Batman's parents. Wait, that's completely irrelevant and already done. 10. That one guy that was Haruhi's friend. End quote. 11. Every customer of host Haruhi. Except me. Again. 12. That one guy from that one time. You know the one.
That last one
And
sounds like
then
something I
number-
say all the time.
And number 13. You're next.
What?
The end.
Dun dun dun. I left reader review because I'm like, wait, what do you mean number 13? I would see a number 13. No, you made it up. I thought it was the reader review fucking up.
Have you noticed that I was just kind of dicking around on it?
I noticed a bit,
I,
just a tad.
I couldn't talk for half of it, so I was like, fuck it. Let's go. Okay.
Well, you know how much he hates those commoners.
Yeah, we all know how much.
Oh,
he hates
foolish
commoners.
commoners.
Oh,
But I love
foolish
their
commoners.
coffee.
Now, if only
If
my
only
cup
I
had
could
worked
kill
on
the
me,
lot
I
of
mean,
you.
what?
Oh, wait, I did.
All right, so does everyone know what today's topic is?
Yep.
I mean, it's in the thumbnail, so that's pretty easy
Today's
to.
topic is Shonen jump on that bitch. Let's go.
Yeah, boy. And 13
Hell
King
yeah.
style. Oh, that's right. Hang on. I 100% blanked on that. Says, hi guys, how are you? We're obviously doing great, because we just got through terrible fan fiction. Thanks for asking.
And Boba Bun survived a week at AX.
Yes, so you went to AX, I went to ACON. I very lightly talked about our thing, and you apparently shilled this to hell.
Oh, I totally shilled this to hell. Hi, all you happy people who probably came here because of me. If not, well, I'm sad. You made
Aww,
me sad.
pobrecita. Está bien.
Never say that to me again.
You know what? Fight me.
Senpai.
Alright, Shonen battle sequence, go. Ding, ding,
Senpai.
ding, ding.
Round
Senpai,
one.
you better start sleeping with one eye open, Senpai.
Sleep with one eye open, gripping your pillow tight. Anyway, let's talk about Shonen. What is wrong with us?
You know, we just had a week off.
We did.
That wasn't really a week off.
No, it was
more like
not.
a week of 1,000-mile stare.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
last week was the
plans.
week that, we didn't do a podcast. Why? Do you need the break? No, we didn't have a break. No, I don't think any of us did. Anyway. So, the original title for this was going to be What the Fuck is a Shonen? Because sometimes the things people call shonens are a little weird. But,
Look
let's
up that definition.
let's
shall we?
find out what a shonen is first.
Well, according to Google, it is a genre of Japanese comics and animated films aimed primarily at a young male audience, typically characterized by action-filled plots.
And when people think of shonen, they usually think of the action anime. So I'm gonna pull up my my display capture again, because I just
wait.
searched shonen and then pulled up
Wait, does
the
that
image
mean
search.
Boba Bun is a shonen? Because Boba Bun's got plenty of plot.
God damn it!
I like that show already.
I mean, there is a lot of fan service in a lot of shonen, because lo and behold, young guys like boobs. Go figure.
Opie!
Those nice opie, the good plot. Yep, boys love that shit.
All the opie are mine.
Anyway, yes, 13 King style, Yu Yu Hakusho is a shonen, and it's one of my favorite shonen of all time. And that's kind of your stereotypical shonen. Let me pull up some pictures of Yu Yu Hakusho for anyone who hasn't seen it.
And unusually for Yu Yu Hakusho, I think it's one of those rare shonen anime where most people, at least that I've encountered, say the anime is better than the manga.
You know what? I would agree. I would
Yeah.
100% agree. And that is really rare. The show was so good. Like, even the English dub. A lot of people really don't like the English dub, and I don't get it. I love the English dub. Because Kuwabara always sounds like this. God damn it, Urameshi.
Holy crap, Urameshi! God
You
damn!
know, that pomp gives me nightmares. That pomp
What, the
gives me
pompadour on Kuwabara?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god. I'm so American. Look at my pompadour.
Kurama's a man, and he's a tough one.
Yeah, so the one with the red flowing hair, that is a man, by the way.
Yep, he is definitely a man.
Yep, 100%. That is man.
100%. You know, as in, Josh has kind of seen, some stuff, man.
No, I really have. Please don't bring back the memories.
Hey, Josh, look in the podcast chat for a sec, man.
Podcast chat. We don't use Discord. Yeah, we do. What am I talking about? I'm just being an idiot.
I'm not
You know
gay,
what else?
Urameshi. Now give me an oil rub.
Kind of.
Well, speaking
Kinda
of all
fun.
that, Yusuke has some magic fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. I guess the chats are... you could have just
You
said that. You
remember-
could have just fucking called me out. I wanted to get the chat so they're visible, but also have the pictures there. I don't know. Because
You
I don't
remember
want to
this
keep
famous
downloading
line?
pictures.
And like this is probably a terrible, terrible mistake. Boba
Hey,
Bun,
we got 6 people
Boba
watching.
Bun, please.
Welcome.
It's the craziest thing. We actually have people watching. I don't know what I'm doing with this layout. I've never done overlay chat before. Don't fucking judge me. Don't you judge.
Plus, I'm silently
I
judging.
judge.
Oh, I
can we
judge.
talk about how
We all
disturbing it
judge.
is that Yusuke's boss chooses to look like a baby.
Actually, hang on. No. He doesn't choose to look like a baby. It just takes more energy to look like an adult because he's still technically a child. I just realized I could obscure our thing. Like I could obscure us, and then it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I do like the fact that in the dub he has a developed voice, but in the Japanese version they still made him sound like a kid.
Yeah, like when he grows up, it's the same voice actor, but in the English version, he goes from "God damn it, Urameshi" to "God damn it, Urameshi." Yusuke.
Tell you, you're a Meshi.
So,
I don't know. I really.
If his boss is a baby, does that mean he's boss baby?
Don't you? God, why did? That's for a completely different episode we have planned, and you know it.
I'm proud of.
Is it now?
And yes, I am proud to say I am well potty trained.
God, I forgot that line. God damn it. So anyway, that's your stereotypical shonen. It's got some quirky characters. It's all about like Yusuke, the main character, is a spirit detective, right? But even though detective's in the name, he mostly just finger bangs people. Wait, I might need to rephrase that. He uses his spirit energy and he fights people.
He gives everyone the finger guns, if you know what I mean.
Pompous assholes, I'll show you what my middle finger can do.
But yes, this is exactly why I said Yusuke has magic fingers.
Oh yes. Yes he does. Anyway,
And
so,
Josh said I would know this.
yeah. Anyway, so that's your stereotypical shonen. What are some other shonen? Let's just keep going with this.
Can we talk about how, like, in current day placed or setting shonen, that they all seem to have thugs involved in it? Like,
Oh yeah.
in Yu Yu Hakusho, there's a bunch of thugs. In JoJo, there are a bunch of thugs. And in
Well, yeah, in
Hakusho,
Hakusho, our main character is a delinquent.
What are the thugs? Yeah, they're always delinquents. Have you ever noticed that? Well, not always, but...
Well, I think, and here's my. Do you mind if I get like super, like linguistics nerdy here? Do you mind?
Go ahead.
All right,
have at it.
Okay, so some people watching might know this, some might not. But I'm sure everyone's noticed if you watch the Japanese, there are a lot of different ways to say I or me. Like most formal is watashi, and then a lot you'll hear in shonen is ore. So when someone refers to themselves using the pronoun ore, that's like really tough and like there are certain regions in Japan where it'll work, but usually like it sounds really disrespectful, really rough, and you know you'd really only expect someone who's like just like a thug, a gangster, like. Sometimes even Yakuza don't use ore because it sounds too gristly. But it's a nice shorthand to say this is a tough character. But then they just like form the character around the way that they have them speak.
Yeah, man!
So like they have the characters speak like, you know, a Yakuza thug, and then they just turn them into a Yakuza thug. Or like they start using boku and they start thinking about you know the timid little shitlord, and then they make a timid little shitlord.
Well,
which brings me to Hunter x Hunter.
As someone who prefers dubs, I don't notice that.
I like dubs most of the time. One of the first pictures is hang on. One of the first pictures that I pulled up was the little shitlord. But anyway, yeah. So this is another like super stereotypical shonen.
The
is
pretty boy
Hunter
at
x
the
Hunter.
top.
Yeah, and I completely
Hunter
forgot
is
his
good,
name.
though.
It is really good.
There's Gon. Fucking. Fuck, I forgot all their names too. It's fucking weird.
What is the name of the tall guy? The tall guy with the glasses. What's his name?
God, see, we're just blanking. I'm blanking on everyone's name but Gon and Killua for right now, for some reason.
It's just this is one of the rare times where you see an adult who is part of the main cast.
I mean, he's like I love how they make a point about how he looks like he's in his late 20s or 30s, and he's like, "I'm 18." Because I feel that in my soul. Because like when I was 16, I had someone say, "Dude, you look 26." I'm like, "Fuck."
You know, this often, like, this isn't relevant, but have you ever noticed, like, how fucking old Brock looks in Pokemon?
And he makes
Yeah,
all
you
the
think he's
dad
a
jokes.
teenager.
In the English
Huh?
version, he makes so many dad jokes. He is an
Yeah, so
older
it's, like, almost
teenager, but it's like,
impossible.
so it's like you
Or-
think of him as like a 30-year-old, like a 20 or 30-year-old dad.
Pardon, just one moment. Orphan, you know what to say. The drawing pan.
I know. I'll turn this frying pan into a drying pan. There you go.
I hate you all. I hate you all so very much.
Yes,
But
I did
yeah.
bring out my instant audience. Don't fucking judge me.
So, speaking of one of the fan favorites, can we jump into JoJo? Because
Oh yes, that's where the shonen genre starts getting a little weird.
I mean, speaking of everybody looks like an adult, can we talk about how like the 10-year-olds look like they're freaking 21?
Everyone looks like they're in their 20s.
Well, you gotta
Except
keep
for
in mind-
Olsef.
Oh, that's a
Olsef looks
picture.
Like he was in freaking 50.
I mean, as I understand, JoJo started in the 80s as a manga, and that was a time when male characters in manga looked more masculine,
Yeah.
more
Right.
and muscular. And I think that's because at the time, Shonen Jump started much earlier, I think in the 60s, or its core fan base had grown up, and that's why when you look at it, it has a modern day Satan-esque attribute to it. Until they, at one point, they thought, okay, we gotta start aiming to a younger audience.
Mhm.
But they still look pretty damn cool in their overly muscular way.
No, they do. They're hyper masculine. But the thing is, the people he like based the JoJo characters on, I mean, they were quite flamboyant because he based them mostly on musicians and like kind of things that were considered manly. At the time.
Lisa's manly?
Hmm?
Lisa's manly?
Well, it depends on how you define it, because there's a lot of different ways to be quote unquote manly. Like you could be manly and buff, you could be manly and have a dad bod, you could be manly and flamboyant. That is a thing. I can be very flamboyant, but I'm
that
still
was me
considered
making
manly.
a joke about Joseph Joestar's mom. Because they blatantly named her Lisa
And
Lisa,
I
the
tried to
female
consciously
band,
ignore
Lisa
you, but that didn't work.
Yeah, nope, it did not work. I am forever here, Senpai. I am forever here.
No, take it
Yada,
away.
yada.
Haunt
it
your
does.
dreams. I will haunt your dreams, Senpai.
Although honestly, by today's standards, hey, Bagels is here.
Hey, Bagels.
Bagels, by the way,
Hi,
all,
Bagels.
all of the comments are gonna show up on the stream now, so
Have at it.
great.
Have
Knock your little hair down.
I'm gonna regret this real fucking soon.
Have fun, Bagels.
Oh
Have
my God.
fun.
Let's make him regret it, Bagels. Let's make him regret it.
Oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? Why are none of the pictures loading? I don't know. Find out next time on JoJo's Bizarre Adventures.
Dun,
Z.
dun, 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 dun.
I'll be the roundabout. The words will make
my
you
God.
out and out.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm in a singing mood. I've been to karaoke. Like I legit, like, karaoke that I could have been paid for, because it was a karaoke competition. Yeah, that's how lame I am. I've been at karaoke, like, 5 times in the last week. So, I still got music on the brain.
Yeah, he made you regret it.
Oh my
He
God,
made you regret
Bagels.
it.
Already. Already.
Well, I guess we can't monetize this anymore. Not like we were gonna anyway.
Yeah, no,
How
I'm...
many times did I drop the F-bomb already?
Look, man, these streams were never going to be monetized even after I monetized the channel, which is hopefully coming up in the next couple months, but...
As the stream starts singing that song from Annie about tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
luck,
tomorrow, I'll fuck you tomorrow.
No, you absolutely will not.
Oh, okay.
Jamon.
I don't know what's going on anymore. Can we get back to anime? Can we get back to JoJo somehow? That makes more sense.
Speaking of buff 10-year-olds,
Oh, God.
let's go into the Dragon Ball Z series for a second here.
Oh, good lord.
Oh
I
god.
mean, at least they don't look like 21-year-olds, but Jesus Christ, those kids are so beefy. It's
Fucking
like, what are they feeding
Kid
them?
Gohan looks like he's been on the steroids for at least fucking 3 or 4 years
Right?
in the Namek saga.
Look
Oh,
at this.
No, it's even worse than the Cell saga. Oh my god, the Cell saga's the worst. Gohan's like,
Yeah, I was gonna
"Look
say.
at me, I took steroids for fucking 15 hours a day. I just had
Well,
to
remember-
pump into my fucking armpits."
Remember, he
Jesus
was in the
Christ.
hyperbolic time chamber, so he had a year's worth of training.
The hypertonic lion tamer. Oh, no. It was the hyperglycemic lion tamer. That's what it was. I love that show
Yo,
so
King
much.
Star, you don't need to retract your messages right now, man. Be yourself. Be you.
You know, like legit be you. Like I jokingly say that I regret it, but I do really love your jokes. If I get content strikes on this, then I'll be like, Bagels, calm it down. But for now, I don't give a fuck.
But that wasn't
Yeah.
Bagels. That was 13 King Strike.
That was 13. Yeah, 13
Wow.
King. Be yourself, man.
I almost said Strike. Sorry,
Oh,
Kyle.
yeah.
You don't need to retract shit.
Also, I feel terrible for the voice actors in Dragon Ball Z because
Oh
like,
yeah.
how worn out must their vocal cords be? Like all that freaking
Oh
yelling.
yeah. So some of them got serious long-term throat issues. I know with
They got deep-curated.
with Excel Saga, Jessica Calvello, she also had a similar problem because of the shit that Excel does in Excel Saga. It's very
Fucking
similar
Excel
to.
Saga.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
oh
yeah,
my
because
god.
they weren't
Pull
able
up
to
an-
dub
pull up
all
some
of it.
audio of her voice, by the way.
Hmm?
Just pull up some audio of her voice for anyone who
Oh,
hasn't
yeah,
seen
yeah.
Excel Saga, please.
Oh
'Cause
my
it is
god.
fucking
Excel's
hilarious.
That show is crazy, from what I've heard.
Oh yeah, it is. It's on par with FLCL.
And she'll still on commands just do her Excel voice, by the way, because she has fun with it, and she wanted to keep going with it, but they waited for a while, and they were like, you know what, it's not gonna work.
All hail Lord Palazzo! God, I can't even do that. I couldn't. I cry. I cry every tin.
I should just do dub and not actually her name. Dub. I don't want full episodes. Oh, here we go. Excel goes to America. All right, I'm gonna hang on.
Oh, that poor child. That poor woman. That poor woman and her voice.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, she's still going strong. She's been working with Seraphim and. There's a lot of screaming in Excel Saga.
There is. 13 King wants to join us on Discord.
I don't know, 13 King. Can you keep up with us?
So, we finally meet.
So, while we're waiting on that Excel Saga gag, has anybody else noticed all the random names that they give all the people on Dragon Ball Z?
They had a food theme for a while. So first of all, Gohan. Gohan, rice, dinner. And then Pilaf.
Yep.
And then Garlic Jr.
Yep.
Well, Garlic Jr.
Have you noticed, Bulma's family is named entirely out of underwear?
Yeah, Bulma is the English version of Boruma, which is Bloomer. Trunks is Trunks, obviously.
Yep.
The only one that didn't need to be modified.
Dr. Briefs.
Dr.
Uh-huh.
Briefs.
Their last name is all briefs.
What's her mom's name?
I forget her mom's name.
Nobody
Oh, this is
knows her
called-
mom's
So,
name.
you
because
know-
all
No,
she
no,
does
just
is go
no,
in
no, no.
and,
It's
like,
just MILF.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I was gonna say.
Bulma
let's
mom
go
name.
Team 4 stars. Joker.
Oh, it's
Say,
punch. It's
Milf.
pun. No, no, no. It's punchy.
Punchy.
It's punchy.
And there's their daughter in the Canadian dub. She was called Beulah or
But
Bulla.
her name's Bra.
Bruh.
Don't
Bruh.
they have another daughter that they named like Tights?
Yeah.
I think so.
that's-
Yeah, there's an older sister.
Oh yeah, Bulma's sister.
To quote Krillin, though, hey, whatever happened to launch?
The funny thing is, funny story to that. I heard that the writer actually forgot about Launch.
I would
Yes,
not
he
doubt
did.
it.
He did forget about launch.
And
Yeah,
then I
he
was
did.
really
Did.
sad 'cause he
I've
was
read
my
about that
favorite
too.
kid.
Dude,
So
launch was
adorable.
the best.
Yeah.
What I find strange is that even Dragon Ball Super seems to exclude her from any story arc.
I haven't seen a
Or did I just
single.
miss it?
I have not seen a single episode of Super. Is it any good?
Oh, it pissed me off
Mm.
at times for various reasons. The first thing that bothered me is the censorship issues. It just doesn't feel brutal like Dragon Ball Z did. Japan's really gotten soft.
Hmm.
But it does
They
make me
have,
wonder,
actually.
why didn't they make a version that's appropriate for their modern TV standards and make it brutal for the DVDs and Blu-ray?
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense. Well, but here's the thing. That's more animation as well.
Yeah.
It's just adding blood, which shouldn't be that difficult.
It can be, especially with making blood consistent. Blood in animation, any type of animation, so 2D, or if it's supposed to look realistic or in 3D, that shit can be difficult. I know from personal experience.
It can, yeah.
I would also like to point out their weird hairdos.
Yes.
Cause holy shit, they're either like choppy as shit, curly as shit,
They change
or,
color all the
oh my
time,
God,
and
they defy
once
all gravity.
once we get into Dragon Ball Z with the Super Saiyan shit, it starts the hair changes. And the blonde hair, blue-eyed look, I'm not going to mention what the potential problem is with that. But
There's a reason why he opted for that look.
I know there's a reason, but I
Toriyama.
forgot. Can you explain it?
Yeah, it's because when you ink manga,
Hmm.
it takes a lot of time because a lot of characters were black haired, so making them blonde just saves time. He doesn't have to color it in.
Well, right, but the other thing is they could have gone with just like pure white hair, which could symbolize like a complete form, because that's what white can symbolize in Japanese culture. I'm sorry, I'm a color
Yeah.
nerd. I'm a language nerd and a color nerd. Don't at me.
Oh yeah,
No.
but don't forget the manga's printed in black and white.
No,
Now,
it
I'd
is,
like-
but like that's
I'd
what I'm
like to point
saying.
out- I'd like to point out that
Yeah.
the original Dragon Ball series was based off of some folklore. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was
Journey to the
which
West.
specifically.
yeah, it was Journey to the West with Sun Wukong.
Yes.
Yes. Sun Wukong is the shit, dude. I fucking love that story.
So, pretty much
right,
everything about it, the monkey tail, the fact that he transformed into the Great Ozaru, and
The
his
pole.
extending pole. Oh, yeah, no, it's great.
Oh god, Bagels is suggesting
cloud.
Guro.
Guro. I don't think I've heard of Guro. What's that?
Bagels, would you like to explain to these people what Guro is?
First of all, is it safe to search images for on YouTube?
I think we should just wait for Goro or for Bagels to say what it is.
Yeah, that's probably
yeah, that's what I was
best.
saying.
Boba Bun cannot talk today.
Anyway, while we're waiting for that, let's just take a look at some of Goku's best hair. I mean,
This is
look at
Louise's
this.
Urban Dictionary.
Look at this wallpaper.
I'm just gonna look it up and say if it's yay or nay. If it's nay,
Wait,
I won't say it.
unbanned dictionary? What?
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah.
Why are people
Dictionary for
saying?
slang worms.
Why are people saying please unban dictionary? I don't get it.
Not unban, urban.
Oh, Urban Dictionary. Okay. Blame it on me being fucking legally blind, people. Yes, that's right. I am actually legally blind.
It's called eroguro, but is often just shortened to guro. It's a
eroguro.
Japanese art form that focuses on the bizarre, gore, grotesque, and mutilation mixed with eroticism. Oh!
Oh, it's snuff.
Yeah.
No, I think eroguro could also be ukiyo-e paintings. What was that painting of the chick with the octopus back in medieval Japan? I can't remember what the fuck it was.
Come on, just simplify it. We're just having fun here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
I'm just saying, though, that image is fucking hilarious. If you guys don't bring it up on stream, but if you guys want to actually have a look for that picture of the chick and the octopus from ancient Japan, it's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not putting it on the stream, but yeah, no,
don't
I've
put that
seen
shit on the stream.
No, that's like
Yeah.
that's old timey hentai.
I think we're getting way off topic.
Prawns
We
of
are.
Barbie.
We
Yeah,
are.
I
but
just
it's
realized
fun.
something.
Yeah.
We talked about shonens, and the shows we brought up so far were Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah,
what's it
Yu Yu
called? Hunter x Hunter,
Hakusho,
Yu Yu Hakusho,
JoJo.
and that these are anime among the anime that comes into people's mind when you say shonen, but
Yeah.
they are exclusively battle series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's what most
Battle
people
Shonen.
think of when they think of shonen.
Yeah.
Oh, so one funny thing that I thought about doing while I was at the con was finding a notebook, a Death Note notebook, and going up to people and say, "Can I have your autograph?"
If we ever go to the same con and you pull that shit, I will sign the hell out of that. End me.
Yay! I will have.
I'll sign it twice.
Forever. I mean,
I'll
You know
take a
what,
whole page.
I have an image for that.
Of course you do.
I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put that on Discord. Just hold on a sec so you guys can see it.
Yes, bagels. Let's go into One Piece.
A fucking One Piece, dude. Jesus Christ. How long is that
I'm
fucking
gonna
series
be
gonna
king
last?
of the freaking pirates.
Jesus
Ninjas
Christ.
or pirates? Take a pick.
Oh my god. We're gonna go
Ninja-
into this later, but
Well, I just pulled up One Piece pictures, so I guess we're going with One Piece.
so
One
can we
Piece.
discuss why Luffy acts so much younger than he actually is? Like, doesn't he start off 17?
He
Yeah, I
does,
think
but
so.
that's kind of a thing I've noticed with certain protagonists. For example, especially if you watch the Japanese version, the way they portray Howl in Howl's Moving Castle, he's also very, very childish and sounds like a child. You know?
I was
Yeah.
about to state this is what they both have, or what One Piece has in common with Dragon Ball.
It's
Because
yeah,
we
but-
talk
Yeah,
about
it's
how
kind of a
tiny
trope in shonen.
Goku's
Yeah.
brain is. It's
Yeah,
to
the
this
main characters
Oh god,
in shonen
fucking bagels.
tend.
And then he's 69 and 86, Dad.
It's just that main characters in shonen battles tend to be a little less than smart.
Damn it, Bagels.
Well, it's you know what? There's only one character I can think of in a
You're not
shonen
wrong.
that does
Gum censored.
not. So one other thing about One Piece is how are the adventures so ridiculous as they are? Like, how has it managed to go this long with just like so much comic relief in it? It's just so dumb. I love it, don't get me wrong, but I am very curious as to how many people love it this much.
I don't know, like I enjoyed it for a while. I think I dropped off somewhere around like after the arc where they're in the Cloud City thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
That's where I dropped off.
So-
I'm like, it's like it's not like I hated it or disliked it or anything. I just didn't feel motivated to watch another episode.
right? That's what it felt like. It went on too long, and it was just a bunch of derpy stuff to this extent. Because, like, how does this itty bitty tiny deer grow into a frickin' massive yeti?
Obviously Devil Fruit.
Oh right, he had the devil fruit.
Devil
Okay.
fruto.
I don't.
Yeah,
I
I
don't.
think
I-
partially why One Piece has endured a fan base is because most of its fans started watching it or reading it when they were very young, and they're this far into it, so they want to see how it ends. But
well,
for
that and it's
people
very
like
popular
me,
in Japan.
yeah. But when I heard of One Piece and when I started watching it, I was a bit. I started growing out. Well, maybe growing out is too harsh, but my taste in anime has changed. So shonen battles were just not my thing anymore. So you have to be the right age, I guess, to start it, and most people were. And it
And
was
that's
an
the
instant
thing. Like
hit.
it's aimed at that audience, and unless it's got some kind of hook for an older audience, such as good humor or
Nostalgia.
more adult nostalgia, more adult themes, or even just like a story that's just told really really well. Like I think My Hero Academia is a very character driven story, and it's fairly well written. So I continue to enjoy that, even though I don't particularly like shonen as much anymore either.
Yeah, I mean, as a 30-year-old viewer, I'm not saying Academia is bad. I haven't started it yet, but
Do not watch the
it
dub.
just
I like
The
the
dub's
dub.
okay. Dub's okay.
it's just that I'm not as excited to watch it. Actually, I'm not as excited for most anime anymore.
Aw,
I can understand that feeling.
yeah.
But there are some that are actually really, really good. Like I just revisited One Punch Man like the other day, and I still find that really.
Well, yeah.
freaking
I mean, that's
hilarious because,
satire.
I
That's the
mean,
thing about One Punch Man. It's nice you mentioned it because everyone says it's a shonen battle,
It's
but
no, it's not.
it's actually a seinen.
It is
looks
a
like
seinen.
shonen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It feels
So
like one.
it's totally a seinen.
it's a seinen. It is. It's just
Okay,
more of.
It
For
takes
the-
the genre and puts it on its head. pretty
all right.
Yeah, I
So
mean-
Orphan, I'll have you take this one for the viewers at home. Please explain seinen.
Okay, so you have shonen and then you have seinen. Seinen is basically an older sort of shonen thing. It deals with adult subjects, adult situations, and pretty much you can liken it to the best seinen I can actually think of would be Monster. That is a brilliant anime. Anyone who has not seen it should watch it. It is great.
It is. It's actually really brilliant. I
Yeah,
cannot
it's-
argue with that.
It's one of the best goddamn animes I've ever watched. Period.
That said,
The stories are
Bagels
very dark though.
Bagels asked a question. Do you guys actually take the time to watch the shonen anime movies? If you are saying that there are movies called the shonen anime movies, like no. But if you mean movies that are shonen, then sometimes.
I've watched a couple. I've watched the Inuyasha ones because I really liked Inuyasha, still do.
Yeah.
But does
Um,
Inuyasha count as shonen?
Yeah, Inuyasha is shonen.
It was published on Shonen Jump magazine. I mean, not Shonen
Yeah.
Jump, sorry,
It-
Shonen Sunday.
It just
Shonen
happened
Sunday,
to
yeah.
become popular with girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got that balance. And Rumiko Takashi had a previous series called Ranma One Half. Now, even though it was also on Shonen Sunday, it still garnered more female fans, at least according to an interview with her, than it did for male fans.
More
Yeah.
cultured degenerates.
Also, if anyone likes this stuff, I would like to point out that you should all go watch Rumiko Takahashi's one of the first things called Mermaid Forest. It is really cool.
Wait, hang on. Before I look that up, is that going to be safe to get the images
I
for?
think it should be. It's fine. It's fine. It's a really good series. There's an OVA and there's a series. The OVA isn't as good as the actual series though.
Did you say
So if you're
Mermaid
gonna watch it, watch the
Forest?
series.
Mermaid Forest, yes.
Yes.
All of Rumiko Takahashi's shows are great.
Well, I like the art
Urusei
style.
Yatsura is one of them, but
It looks good, man.
Wait, hang
That's
on.
You know,
Sure.
Bagels, actually, the shows that we are mentioning were actually shonen. Sailor Moon, however, is very much shoujo.
Well, and
Yeah,
that's the
shoujo.
crazy thing is it is kind of an action because I mean it does have action in it, but it is aimed towards girls and therefore by definition it's a shoujo. But and I'm like I loved it as a kid, but I haven't watched it since I was a kid, so I don't really remember a lot
It's
about
more
it.
of its themes that I have, as of recently, have watched it. It's more
Okay.
of the themes they have within the show that make it a shoujo. It
Yeah.
is
Well, I
definitely
think that I've been
romantic.
told the manga was very shoujo-esque, but the anime was tweaked to appeal to try to bring in more male audiences by being more actiony.
Well, I mean, there was
It tried. It
a
tried.
good reason that it appealed to the males.
Let's
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I had something in my throat.
My belt is longer than those skirts.
It's called butt crack.
Yeah. It. Oh my God, bagels,
Transformation scene.
bagels. You,
Transformation scene.
bagels. I can't choose between Sailor Jupiter and Sailor Mercury, so they're both my favorite. But like, you and me, buddy. You and me. You and me both.
Sailor Mars.
I mean, that's
I-
fair. I just really like the design on both of them.
I'm caught between Moon and Mercury, so
Hey, overlap on Mercury. Since we're the same person, might as well go with Mercury.
yep.
Girls, girls, girls.
Girls.
So
Okay.
we were talking about Death Note earlier.
Girls are
Yes,
It's not really
I
an
did remember that.
action. Yeah, it's not really an action, but it is technically a shonen, and that's where it's like, because when that was brought up, when Dark Sharingan brought that up to me the other day, I was like, wait, I thought that was seinen. Because it
Nope,
goes
it
through
was
some
a
really
Shonen
mature
Jump magazine.
themes. It goes through some
Yeah.
mature themes, and it's not an action, so it didn't click in my head. But when you put more thought to it, it was released for shonen. It was technically marketed towards the teen shonen demographic.
It
So it's a
smells like teen
shonen.
Spirit.
Yeah.
And even though if you
Damn
put
it.
it side by side with, let's say, Monster, which Orphan just
Right.
mentioned earlier, it feels like it's in the same kind of style
Yeah.
or mood.
It does, but you have to understand that the way that the protagonist, or sorry, not the protagonist, the way the main character thinks, along with side of some of the other characters that he kind of interacts with, have this very immature mentality of the world.
Like a very competitive mindset.
Yes, that too, but the way they're looking at things of how they're treating the Death Note is completely different than, let's say, Else.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Did we just at the same time?
Yes.
It's
So
also
it's
it's
more like
Okay,
light.
okay. Have y'all seen, just real quick, have y'all seen the bloopers for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
yes, I
That
did.
shit's
Okay,
fucking hilarious.
so y'all probably know the scene I'm thinking of. I want us all on three to do a really comedic just because I want to. 1, 2, 3. Okay, moving on. I don't know what the fuck that was, but okay.
Well, I'm gonna try and cram some of these in here. Has anyone here seen Beelzebub?
No, I have not, but I've heard the name. I've seen pictures. It looks wacky, like One Piece. Like it looks like a One Piece wannabe clone.
It's more like One Piece mixed with Yu Yu Hakusho. It is the most amazing thing you will ever see. So I suggest giving it a check. It's basically
Actually-
about this thug that randomly finds like this baby in the river, and the baby is like the devil's child. And he enjoys every single thing that this thug does, like beating up other thugs, etc. And just, it's great. You should just check it out.
That sounds glorious.
It is glorious.
Also,
Actually, I need
just have
to
to
clarify
put this in here
something.
yes.
Okay.
When you said Beelzebub, I looked it up. I was like, nope, wrong show. I was thinking of Bubba.
Oh, I had that. I did find that on the Shonen list, but I don't for the life of me remember much other than the nose hairs and this duck that had the unfortunate role in life of being born to a duck and a pair of underwear. So it called itself a Dundee. That's really all I can remember of the show. And I find that fucking fantastic. So I might have to revisit it again, but I don't remember anything, so I cannot say much about it other than that. It sounds glorious.
Yeah.
By the way,
Has anyone
someone was
Sorry.
talking about. I was gonna say someone was talking about FMA bloopers. All I've got to say is, chimeras, huh? Fucking sweet.
Oh,
It's that shake weight you see. 10 minutes a day, every day. Those
Let's
bloopers
look
are
at the
great.
door.
Oh, God damn it. We didn't come all this way.
Explode!
Wait, no, hang
down
on.
there.
I'm gonna go over the next few ones that
Wait.
everybody might know.
He's over there. How do you know? Can you feel his presence? No, I'm a man. I'm good with directions.
So I'm just gonna crunch these three and all together. Yu-Gi-Oh!, Naruto, Bleach, and Food Wars.
Fucking food wars.
Goddamn Food Wars.
Fucking food porn. It just needs to be renamed food porn.
I mean, that's what it
No,
is.
it's true. It's just food porn. And it's like, whenever I watch it, I'm like, where the fuck can I get some of that? Because that looks fucking amazing.
If you ever visit my city, 100%, I know, like, 3 fucking master chefs who will straight up make you the most orgasmic food you've ever had.
My God, that's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're packing our bags and heading to where he's at. Let's go. All right.
I don't think YouTube is free. YouTube is owned by our great Skynet overlords.
All hail the Skynet overlords. Hail, hail. But,
And
yeah,
remember, gentlemen, if you don't learn to tuck, you'll get the zuck.
the thing
But
that makes
the
me
thing
sad
is-
about Food Wars is they had so many, like, they would bring in all these random ideas, but I'm pretty sure that they would never work. And it crushed my dreams so hard. Like, the tenderizing meat with honey. I don't think that actually works.
Oh, dude,
Honey
Megalobox.
and,
I'm sorry, I know I
and,
say that weird.
Crap, what's the other one? And the onions.
Oh, yeah.
But shonen anime have told us that the most delicious food in the world is instant ramen.
Oh God! Now we're back on Naruto. We're back on fucking
Not just
Naruto.
Naruto.
No.
Inuyasha.
13 King Style said said
Oh,
Megalobox, so I'm going with Megalobox. You can't stop me.
Oh,
What is
fucking
Megalobox?
Megalobox.
Dude,
It's
it was
that
so
style.
good.
Just watch
Reversion.
Hajime no Ippo and get it. Like, watch something better.
Ha-
Hajime
Haj-
no Ippo's better.
Hajime Ippo
Megalobox
for a straight
is
boxing
a-
anime is good. But
It's a reversioned version of what's it called? Ashita Nojo,
yeah.
Oh.
which in my opinion is one of the best anime ever made.
I don't know. A lot of people liked Megalobox up until the end, and then they didn't really enjoy the end. But for me, as someone who is trained in combat, who I've been in fights, I've been in like two tournaments for martial arts, but most of my experience is with like real fights. So the ending makes total sense to me, and I think what some people don't get, and I really wish that more people would get this, is in Megalobox, a lot of the character development and a lot of the like the emotional draw is in the fights, and it's very much centered on communicating through your fighting. And so if you're not paying attention, or you maybe just haven't experienced that because you haven't been trained or you haven't been in a fight, then you don't quite get why things work out the way that they work out. And everyone was disappointed at the ending because they weren't seeing how things were building up between all of the fighters, because they weren't able to understand, and like not to their fault. Like, again, it's probably just because they haven't experienced that, and that's a very niche thing to experience. But they maybe just haven't experienced the communication you have with another human being when you fight them. So when they cut before the actual reveal, and you see them just like chilling as friends, you're just like, what the fuck? This whole thing was. Well, yeah, that's like that's what
Josh,
happens.
I'm gonna Kanye West you. Okay, yes,
go for it.
Yes,
I went off on a
yes,
full
yes.
tangent there.
that if you're interested, we'll have Josh put it in later. But yeah, that's another thing that I've always wondered about, like, shonen. They make the most mundane shit look awesome.
You know,
Oh yes, they do.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean,
like-
talking about
freaking
this shit. Like,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
look at
Jesus
Baki.
Christ.
Baki is good too. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's nuts.
It's like, how does this world revolve around just playing cards?
You know, there was a Yu-Gi-Oh series that was made before the one we are familiar with, which is more grounded and is just about playing cards. It didn't
Yeah,
have the
it's
saving
season-
the world stuff.
Yeah, season 0 is the best.
yeah.
And another thing, so did anyone else know that Yugi was a freaking Shota?
I am
I-
very uncomfortable with this.
I was very uncomfortable with it too. I was like, what the hell? Why is this 10-year-old like leading everybody?
I don't like you.
And
Oh,
it's like,
precisely.
I am upset with you.
Tournaments look really, really epic, but like dangerous at the same time. Baki,
Ooh, I've heard of it.
Baki
I have not
is
seen it.
fucking fantastic. Like they take normal martial arts shit, right? They ground some stuff in reality, and then they just take it up to fucking like 20.
Yep.
Yes,
I'm not just
Bagels.
talking taking it to 11. I'm talking about taking it to 20. It's fucking nuts.
Okay, Bagels, you have a point there. I will grant you that. Anime does make the mundane look cool and cute. Dying by an umbrella, totally.
I'll take a
Or just
potato
simply
chip
writing names
and
in a-
eat it.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, there have been a lot of analyses on YouTube, and I agree with some of them that talk about how that scene was actually really good, and that potato eating, like the emphasis they put on eating the potato chip, like actually thematically functions, because they're specifically showing
Yeah.
you the ridiculousness of what's going on. They're like, you know,
Yes.
I don't want to get into that because I'll go off on another tangent, but
And
you know what I
that's
mean.
what I was talking about it being shonen, is you're looking at the mentality of Light and Misa.
I get that now.
They're
that
just so
light bulb.
immature, and you're just like, what the fuck?
But
And
you
while,
see how
meanwhile, Elle is trying to figure out who the hell these people are, and he can't figure it out because they are way too immature for their own good.
Well, and like just like with the dramatic music and Ryuk just like having a fucking panic attack without his apples. That shit is great.
Where are my
This
apples,
show
Light?
is
I need
like
my
Age of
apples.
Empires on steroids.
I think
That's really
where
all it was.
I think where the over dramatic feel shines most is in sports anime.
Oh my
oh,
god.
yes.
Hajime no Ippo, like people are taking
Okay.
countless hits to the face.
No,
like,
that's
like
another one that depicts the fight really well because the way they animate that, like you see what they feel, and I think it's so cool.
Yeah. Baki does it to a lesser extent, but it's more like fantastical. But Baki is another great one because you see the results of each fight. Like, you see everything.
Bagels,
Bagels,
Bagel.
goddammit, on point.
Bagels, the moral of Death Note: do not, and I repeat, do not let hormonal high school teens have any power, because they are so fucking egocentric. They will kill everyone. The end.
It's true.
I mean,
Oh, and by the way,
yeah.
Josh, you might want to change the description for YouTube. Still says we're doing Yandere Parade.
Ah, balls. Look, I have had a very busy like month and a
We'll plan
half.
Some extra special shit for you for that 1 week we took off, but we all had to take it off because of the 4th of July con
Yep.
season, yada yada. And
I mean, we could just make the
I'll bring up the
like we just hit an hour. We could just make this one the 2-hour version if you want. Because
yeah,
we're
but
still
I
talking
wanted
about
to
shit.
Talk about con season. listen.
Well, do
I
you
also-
know what?
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll do more. We'll do more later on. But for today, we'll just keep going. Okay, guys?
Oh yeah. By the way, I just gotta say for everyone out there who loves me, phrasing, I'm done.
Awkward silence.
Jeez, guys, way to back me up on phrasing, you douchebags. Jesus Christ.
I'm typing.
God damn it.
Don't you judge me.
Okay, to
I
add
am
more
silently judging you all.
examples of exaggeration, I'm pretty sure some of you, at least two of you guys, have seen clips. But you know Captain Tsubasa, right?
Yeah.
Basically, it's a soccer anime, and you have a character who has a shot so powerful that it rips through the net and puts a crack on the wall. You know, yeah, it goes crazy with that. And there's even scenes where a goalkeeper uses karate to protect the goal. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
As cringy as this sounds, just to see if I could, I actually did something like that when I was first learning Tongsudo, and it doesn't work. It does not.
Especially the way the show does it, he jumps and uses the goalpost to propel himself to get from one side to the other.
In other words,
Yeah.
don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah.
Don't try this
Now,
at home.
now, this is what shonen anime usually does, but the character of Tsubasa and the whole series, everyone grows up, and it started out in Jump magazine, but then it moved to a seinen magazine when they got older.
Oh yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yes, it did. So
Hey there, Yasmin, and welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to whatever the hell this is.
Yes, whatever
Welcome
the
to
hell
people out
this
there.
is.
Ich bin ein Schnauzer.
Ich bin ein Pischwasser.
Compete with me. I mean, what?
I don't
Oh,
know.
look at that picture you put. I see Shaman King, and that's,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that
yeah.
seems like a Yu Yu Hakusho.
Wait,
clone.
fucking.
Wait, which came first?
Yu Yu Hakusho. And
Yeah,
gonna
I just
say,
realized how dumb of a question that was.
Yeah.
Wait, is Samurai X? Is Samurai
thought you
X
were talking
shonen?
about the
I
manga.
thought that was more seinen than shonen.
No.
Shit.
Rurouni Kenshin is considered
Kenshin, yeah.
shonen, and Samurai X follows suit after Rurouni Kenshin.
Yeah,
It's the
but
same
it
series.
was made to be more mature and more realistic. That's what made it so
It's
special.
about 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, shit. For all the concepts they float around with Rurouni Kenshin, I would have put it in seinen, like for all the historical concepts they're using and everything.
No,
It's nuts.
look at how stringy some of the characters are and how goofball-y they are.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You know, it's I find it kind of strange that Flame of Rekka gets overlooked most of the time.
Oh, Flame of Rekka.
And we are now avoiding, purposely,
Did we just all go quiet for a second? Why?
Oh,
Why did
no,
we all go quiet for a
sorry.
second?
Bot just left thing.
I'm here.
Oh.
I just couldn't.
Everyone's still here. Bot just left.
Yeah, the bot kind of
Oh,
freaked
right.
everyone out, so I thought I'd give everyone a scare. I love how we completely skipped over Naruto and Bleach, but you know, everybody.
I'm okay with that.
Well, Naruto really deserves to be skipped over, but Bleach has its moments.
I mean, Bleach does, and you know, Boba Bun totally wants to fangirl, but let's not get into that.
I think Bleach needs like a Kai version, like Dragon Ball Z Kai,
Oh my
And-
god, yes.
and just finish it
Yeah.
up.
I mean, well, someone did that with Naruto as well. Someone actually did made up a guide to actually watch Naruto without all the bullshit, and it's actually watchable that way. I mean, it's still bad, but it's watchable at least.
Naruto made Boba Bun cry because she would spend months on end waiting for the next episode, and it would just turn out to be filler. And Boba Bun was like, "I am going to die before the series is over."
Oh, by the way, Bagels has a good question. What is the oldest IRL time skip years shonen character. What? Wait,
No.
what?
No. We're
No.
ignoring that.
Oh,
We're ignoring
I
that.
didn't notice the last part of that. What the fuck, Bagels?
You know what? That's your fault for not reading that through.
Yeah, it is.
You read it
Anytime
halfway
anytime
through.
you see it's bagels, read the whole thing through before saying it out loud.
God damn it, Bagels, you fuck! I hate you.
We're kidding. We love you, bagels.
Yeah, you're cool.
Bagels,
You're cool,
you're
dude.
our bread and butter. Don't leave us.
you
God damn it, you did that specifically to fuck with me. Fuck with us, didn't you?
you are the
Boba
salt
Bubba
of the
long
earth, bagels.
time.
I just wanted to make that point, about Tsubasa. He went to a seinen magazine, but the feel of the series had not changed. So why does something that was shonen, how does it suddenly become seinen, even though it didn't really change its formula?
I guess at that point it has to go just to the core audience.
The core audience, or which magazine it's in,
Yep.
or
Pretty much, and that's what's crazy. It's like sometimes they can be so similar in so many ways, and at the end of the day, it's just, is it meant for adults or is it meant for like teenage boys?
so let's just say somehow One Piece ended up in a shoujo magazine. Does that suddenly make it a shoujo?
I mean, technically, unless it was just like a cameo. Because like
No, I'm
if
saying
it showed up in
Ultimate
if it showed up
World
in a
and the whole
shoujo,
series is
mag-
published in a shoujo magazine.
So wait a minute. Does Fairy Tail count as a shonen?
yeah, it's a Shonen Jump
Obviously.
property, isn't it?
It's got
I
big
would
boobs
think
all over the
so.
place.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing another thing that really bugs me, because like in One Piece and in Fairy Tail, the girls are drawn like stick figures except for their chests, which
It's
logically they should fall
so
over and snap. Their spine would snap. And just so you know, I have nothing against Opai. It's just that thought of, oh my god, that poor girl's spine is gonna snap.
oh yeah,
Like
no,
I said,
like
Boba Bun has experience in this. It
like
looks
I've had girlfriends who are very well endowed, and like even when they're not like super skinny on the waist side, that's tough to hold up. That's hard on your back to begin with. So with the sticks no, doesn't One Piece do that too?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Especially
like One
the
Piece,
time skip.
One Piece and Fairy Tail. Like if you look at the mangas, their styles are so similar.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Bleach does that too.
Let's see, hold on. Bagel
Oh,
says,
yeah, yeah.
like, AO...
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
Okay,
Well, Boba
so
got there
Bagel
first.
says,
Ha.
like AOT is supposed to cover the true actual conflict IRL that no side is inherently good or bad, and nothing is ever clear good or bad. What is AOT? Oh, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Levi the Yandere.
I was gonna make a really stupid joke. Attack on Titan, or in Japanese, Shokugeki no Soma. Because I've literally heard someone say Shokugeki no Kyojin, and I'm like, buddy, come here, buddy. Let me learn you a thing.
And he's like, no, don't touch me.
Okay,
I want to go back.
Annie's ass is one of the greatest things in Attack on Titan. Changed my mind.
Whose ass?
Annie's?
Annie's?
Annie.
Who's Annie?
The female Titan?
The female Titan. The first female Titan.
Is it that one chick that just randomly changes out of like nowhere? Because I really
Yes.
couldn't
Yeah,
follow
kinda.
the plot.
Well, I
Right.
mean, no, I mean, she was
Right.
always kind of a bitch, and you knew something was up, but you didn't know what. And they did drop hints, so I don't know if it was necessarily out of nowhere, but from the character's perspective, yeah, it was like super out of nowhere. But yeah, her ass
Oh,
is
yeah.
her ass is fine.
The Titan?
Well, the Titan too, because it's based on her mostly, but also
Yeah, the problem is there's no skin on that.
yeah, that's
Yeah, I was
that's
about to
usually a
say.
turnoff.
Yeah, I'm anti no skin night. I'm anti skinless sight.
Yasmin, I'm in that boat with you, sweetie.
Bagels, a lot of people found that out apparently. Well, okay, let me just Yasmin, I'm going to say this right now. If anyone's like, okay, the hourglass figure, yes, it's attractive. But you know what guys usually find attractive? What's called an expanded hourglass. When you still have the hourglass, but you're not a twig that will break if you blow on them too hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember when they, like,
I'll confirm that. I'll confirm that.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Yeah. So, like, worrying about it is not a thing you should be doing.
Yeah.
That's the
Also-
exact opposite of what you should do.
It's also, a dude will like you the way you are if they actually like you.
Yeah, like, I have a type.
They don't give a shit.
I have a type, and I will date out of my type because I just like the person that much. And I also find them attractive even though they're, quote, not my type. Because it's like, well, hey, you're not usually my type, but goddamn, you're sexy.
Boba Bun does that too. Boba Bun also has a type. Oh boy, does she have a type.
Types.
Then traps were introduced. Oh no. The perfect body type. Hey, Confucius say, it's okay as long as he looks like a girl.
13 King. Annie, are you
That's a trap!
Are you okay, Annie? You've been shot by a smooth criminal.
Din 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 din.
So, is Annie still okay from Attack on Titan?
She's still in the crystal, so I don't fucking know. She's got a nice nap. I just imagine. No, I'm just imagining Hanji, just like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my god, no! Oh my god, I need to tell. I need to tell this to Jessica. I need to tell this to Jessica and have her do it.
Is
God
the
damn it.
crystal? Is the crystal in Attack on Titan? Is that just like the magic turtle in JoJo? When you
I don't know. I haven't seen. I legit have not seen JoJo yet.
Oh, it's a couple of things in. They've got a magic turtle that they can just go into. There's like a whole house inside.
Spoilers!
It's weird.
I haven't seen that yet.
No, it's not a spoiler. I'm not telling you the context of what it is and why they use it or whatever. It's just a thing. So it's not a spoiler. I wouldn't consider that a spoiler.
Anyway, no, it's not like that. It's literally just she is now like I guess in a coma or something in the crystal.
Oh, okay. So it's.
I don't
like,
even think in the
you put it
manga
there,
she's
you don't
been.
notice anything. Okay.
Yeah. I don't even think
So,
she's come out in the manga,
Like
and it's
Huh.
almost done.
The truth behind why models are so skinny is actually because the camera adds about 10 pounds. So they're not as perfect as you think. They're actually like twigs.
Oh no!
They're
Trust me.
terrifying looking.
Trust me. I have seen a professional Photoshop artist when I was learning Photoshop in college, and I saw what they did. It's insane what they do because they actually Photoshop them
Yeah.
thinner. They Photoshop them
do.
thinner in some of the it was some of the strangest things I've ever seen because this was a professional, something that got published, and like he left the head as it was and made this chick so skinny that like her head looked like a bobblehead. It was ridiculous. And it did not help that she had big poofy frizzy afro hair.
Oh god, no.
And it looked like it looked like it was not a natural afro, like it was like permed into an afro.
Bro.
Oh god.
And it was just like
Frodo.
it was Frodo.
Frodo.
Look at that Frodo.
God.
We're taking
damn
the
it.
hobbits to Isengard.
But anyway, yeah, it's creepy, it's weird, it doesn't look right. Bagels, that is one of my favorite jokes of all time, and I say it like at least once a week. Boku no Pico Academia. Ever seen the anime? It's pretty cool. Thank you, Bagels. Very cool. And there's my next Taku impression. Goodbye, everyone.
Oh my lord.
Anyway,
What
back to
happened?
Shonen. God damn it. We're
Yeah,
getting so off topic these
There's a
days.
series called Rosario Vampire.
Is
Yeah,
that
I
Sure.
remember that. I
It's
am
apparently a shonen, but it's very ecchi. I actually
It
thought
is
it was a
very
seinen
ecchi.
when I first.
I'm gonna.
I
When I
thought
first saw
it
it.
kind of falls more under. I thought it fell more under the well, what the hell do you call that? The harem group.
Yeah, it is.
Because
Yep.
there's so
harem.
many.
It's cross genre. Genre. How do you
Because you'd
pronounce
think
that?
Tenchi Muyo would fall under shonen too.
Yeah, it kind of does. But
But it's
I thought
harem. It's a harem anime.
it was on Toonami, and Toonami airs action cartoons, but the action didn't come until like halfway into the show.
So Yasmin, I don't think Hellsing falls under shonen, but I do
It's
believe it might fall
no.
under seinen.
It is 100% seinen.
Yeah,
No,
seinen.
okay. So if you watch Hellsing, if you
yes.
watch Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, there's a line. I'm gonna go skull fuck that Hellsing bitch. Ah hell, I'll skull fuck everybody. Come here, ghoul. That's almost directly lifted from the original script of Hellsing Ultimate.
It's
Yeah, it
that
is. It's true.
Yep.
Oh, that
It's so
manga,
good.
It has a direct line to my heart. Ugh.
I love that manga. I love the anime too.
And I'm Carmen San Diego. Guess where I am?
Not here.
Up your ass! What?
Oh baby, work the shaft.
Oh, that's nothing. I just like to talk dirty when someone's sucking my dick.
So that's another thing. Does Magi fall under shonen?
I would say so. I'm pretty sure Magi's shonen.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
And I totally
Yeah,
love
Magi
Sho-
would be shonen.
Magi,
Yeah.
like 100%. That show has a direct line to my heart.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it does. It was
I-
published on the weekly
Oh,
Shonen
okay,
Sunday.
so when I saw Magi at first, I thought it was going to be pronounced Magi because, that's how we usually say that in America. So
Right.
I started watching it and it was in Japanese and it was like Magi. I'm like, that's just throwing me off. I can't watch this. And so I switched to the dubbed version and they said Magi. I'm like, But eventually, like, I got over it, and then I tried watching it again, and I just fell in love with it.
Oh my god, the art style, everything about it.
Yes.
Just,
And just, like, the way everyone is characterized is so good, and Sinbad is perfect.
oh my god, do we still share that brain? I want it back.
Ugh,
I want
my
it back,
God.
please.
God damn it.
Someone in the far background. It's pronounced Sinbad.
Oh, yeah,
wait.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just
Doing
looking at
this
what
series,
Bagels
we
is
gotta
saying.
do that.
Yes, hello, Catherine. Thank you for joining stream.
Yo,
Sinbad.
Catherine.
Don't ask what
90%
that
of the
was.
reason
Never
people
ask
watch
what that
Hi
was.
there.
Yeah, if we would do random impressions that sound completely stupid, I'm sorry and you're welcome. Just get both of those out of the way.
Hey,
Yeah.
do you want to sign my
But, like-
petition?
Okay, yes, the Demon King is the best
Sinbad's my
waifu.
favorite.
Also, best plot. I actually, so I was dating a girl at the time that came out. I was dating a girl who had G cups, and she had a lot of back problems because of that. And like she was very excited for that anime because of how accurate the boob physics were.
Wait, what anime? I had to take my headset off for a sec. The fuck?
The Demon
Pull
King.
that shit up on. Pull that shit up on screen.
Yeah.
Demon King? You mean Demon King Daimao?
It wouldn't be Daimao. Would
Well,
it?
they put Mao Yusha, so it's Demon King. I don't know what Yusha means.
Yusha means hero.
Oh, I know exactly what show that is, actually.
Yeah,
So that's the one where the Demon King marries the hero, right?
pretty sure. Yep.
Yeah, the boob physics on that were actually pretty spot on.
Yeah, they were pretty spot on, and she was like super excited about that. And she like comes and grabs me, and she's like, "No, sit down, watch this." And she plays it, and it's the scene where she like leans over and her boobs do the like that very specific bounce that you've seen
Oh my
that
God,
you've seen in the
makes my
gifs.
back hurt.
Well, no, like
so
when she
much.
leans down, she's like, "Look at the physics." I'm like, "Yeah, that's pretty good." She
Our
just
Captain
turns to
Liz.
me and she's like, see? And then she bends over just to prove it. I'm like, God damn it.
Boba Bun approves. Opie. There's a reason why I'm named Boba Bun.
Oh, yes.
So Boba Bun knows.
So, where would you describe what genre would you put Pokemon as under? Would you consider that a shonen?
That's a good question.
It looks like it was actually it was on the Shonen picture that you put up.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume.
I would say yes.
Yeah, but that's a fan made picture, not an official thing.
But still, I would say yes, just based upon its themes. It's more revolving around friendship as opposed to
So
romance.
I don't know what Kodomo is, but I looked up is Pokemon Shonen, and it seems
Kodomo is children's, like very young children.
Oh yeah. Well, oh my God, that makes sense, and I'm really mad at myself for not catching that with the fucking word. It's the word. God damn it.
Very scientific convo here. Yes, we're having conversations about and thank you.
Wait, hang on. I think the crowd is ready to cheer. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Those
Thank
font
you.
sounds were
Thank you.
wonderful.
I wanna be the very best.
Like
nobody's
one
business.
Oh, okay. I'm just sad now. You have made the
Generation
sad.
of 10-year-old girls Ash is running around with it. It's definitely Zen.
No, wasn't Misty older than him by like a year or two?
Bagels, I love you. Actually, no. I believe they were both. Well, no. She might have been 12.
I'm pretty sure she was 12.
Still. You know what?
Misty age. Misty, what kind of Pokemon is that?
So, guys, if you haven't already, please like and or subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Also, should I go ahead and plug the Discord at this point?
Yeah, you know what? Just
Yeah,
put it
plug the
in.
Discord.
Let's invite some people in. 'Cause,
Okay, so I have a perma invite that I also put in the description.
Well, permanent invite's a good thing.
Just to answer your question, according to Bulbapedia, Misty is 10 years old. I'm just now gonna check Brock's age.
Okay, for some reason I'm using Restream's app to try and post here, but apparently there's no link.
Huh.
Like,
Brock is 15. Sorry to cut you off.
What the
no, you're
fuck?
good.
That's
What
weird.
the hell is a 15-year-old doing hanging around with a couple of 10-year-olds? We both know that would never happen.
Well, I mean it depends.
You know the Pokemon.
Maybe he seems like a fatherly figure.
No, the thing is, I remember reading somewhere that one of the original ideas for the Pokemon world was that you're legally considered adult at the age of 10, which is why these 10-year-olds are allowed to go and travel the world on their own.
That's weird.
It's an idea that was either scrapped or just couldn't be explored in the anime. And they pay taxes and everything.
Well, I mean, then again, they are, like, technically dog fighting, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
And we are now in the
Oh,
year
by the
of
way,
Trump, and we're not.
Kat, did that show up for you on Twitch as well, the link?
Cat has joined. Bagels has also joined, so I'm thinking it has.
Okay, cool. I
Welcome
can't see that.
aboard, Bagels and Cat.
Yep,
Welcome
sanctioned
to
dog
fucking
fighting.
war.
Oh, I forgot to say earlier. Hi, Yasmin.
My channel. So yeah, the only other thing.
All right.
All right.
So, with regards to Shonen, also Mecha doesn't appear on people's minds immediately.
That's true. I mean, I always feel like mecha is its own thing. You know?
Yeah, because it seems like it's either stupidly mature or stupidly not.
Or
Throwing
just
a drink
serious
and
as
looking
hell.
at you. Darling in the Franxx, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, Darling in the Franxx had so much potential, and then it just continuously wasted it. And like, I kept watching because I'm like, are they gonna? Is it gonna pick back up? Are they gonna? And then the end came along. I'm like, oh no, oh
like-
dear.
Well, it's a Gainax anime. You know Gainax
I
always
know.
fucks around with their endings. They always
Voltron.
have a weird, fucked up ending. Always.
Thank you,
It's a Gainax
Kat.
staple.
Thank you, Kat. Voltron. First of all, if we're talking about the 80s version, Voltron is great. I actually did it at my panel at Acon as part of my Mystery Anime Theater. We watched one of the first episodes of Voltron. It's like Pidge's voice and Sven's voice are like the most beautiful things in the universe. I always thought they were
you watched
beautiful.
it subbed or dubbed?
Dubbed.
Ah, yes,
Oh,
the
God.
American version.
Yeah, so if you're not aware, if you're in Central Texas, you may see me at some anime conventions doing 2 panels. One is the Social Otaku, which is a self-help panel where I help people get over social anxiety and become more charismatic and things like that. I will also, in the next month or so, be setting up a paid service to where it's more than just the basic things that I can give you on YouTube or Discord. You'll get some benefits there if you want to learn how to be more charismatic or more social. I also have Mystery Anime Theater, which is a comedy panel, which is literally we take bad anime and my co-hosts and I just riff the hell out of it, and it's beautiful. Anyway, so that's a little explanation
really
there,
look
plugging
jealous.
myself.
Sure is a pity that a particular movie isn't an anime. And that movie is Maros, The Hands of Fate.
You know what? Let's see if we can fund an anime version.
Oh, God.
You know what, Orphan? You know what this
What's
means,
up?
right? You're going to hell for this.
Why am I going to hell now?
You just made something that should not exist.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's your favorite anime OP? Overpowered anime?
I think
Hmm.
opening.
No,
for me.
opening.
Opening. Opening.
Oh, that's
You know
a
what?
tough one. I have
I'll
so
have
many.
to say Demon King Daimao is actually pretty good. The opening for that is a good opening. I like it. And the
There's-
Parasite opening, Parasite with Maxim, is fucking dope.
Oh, that's so hard for me. Though, if I have to just choose one, Monthly Girls Miyazaki-kun. Oh my god, that opening is a jam.
I don't know that I could
can't
choose just
find-
one. Like, I like so many for like different reasons.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree.
It's just so hard to pick because like I like this one for this and this one for that, and sometimes it's just pure nostalgia. Sometimes it's like legitimately exciting. I would
and
say
then
my
there's the ones that
favorite.
you have-
I think
One day I
think
could
I
be
will no
listening-
no I can narrow it down to one. Hang on. The
No,
opening
one day I
to
could be
Cory in the
listening
House.
to the
Cory.
Gundam Wing.
God damn it. Well,
I
you
could
have to
listen-
you have to include the normals like Cowboy Bebop's Tank and HT from Trigon and whatnot.
Oh
but-
my god, yes. Those are great classic. Great
No,
classic.
it's just that one day I could be listening to Gundam Wings intro for hours. Then the next day I'm into Gundam Seeds intro. And then the next day I'm listening to a Captain Tsubasa, then Inuyasha, then Dragon Ball Z.
Dream Riser because of Chucho. I will have to check that out. Can you remind me about that later, Bagels?
I'm not really into mecha unless it's Darling in the Franxx, says Bagels. Well, I'm not the biggest mecha fan either, but I do enjoy my Gundam and my Transformers and Evangelion, if that counts.
You
Well,
know what,
Gundam-
Bagels?
Gundam,
I
apart from being-
completely
Oh,
agree
sorry.
with you, but for different reasons.
It just depends on the show.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
mean, I just have a harder time digesting the information because a lot of the time in mecha they'll just like throw out terms that they just expect you to know, or they never bother to explain, and so you're just like stuck going, okay, so what does this mean? What? Fire the what? What now?
Fire the Gaijin no Yurameki Cannon! Do
And
it
then you're just
now!
like, what?
Fire the Urameshi cannon.
You're a meshy.
God damn it, Urameshi! How come you're such a cunt? Wait, am I allowed to say that here?
No.
God
This-
damn it! Okay, fine.
This
You're
is
Meshi.
your
Why are you
turn.
such a fuckwad? Ugh.
God.
Why are you such
Damn
an
it.
idiot, Kuwabara?
You know what? Your Meshi sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me, bitch.
I opt we throw
Well, in
your.
that case, how about I give you my fist?
I opt we throw both of
That's
them
what
in the
I'm
river.
talking about.
Giggity giggity.
Giggity. I don't know why. It's like
Giggity.
it's like a tongue twister for me sometimes. Okay, Kat, you and I are instant friends because it is also one of my favorite anime of all time. Yu Yu
What if
Hakusho is
Cat's
great.
not showing up on my.
No, because she's on Twitch. I have all of the chats pulled up on my computer
Oh,
screen.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Twitch? Wait, where are you on Twitch? Shit. I want to see that shit. Shit.
Who doesn't love Yu Yu Hakusho?
Right.
People who haven't seen it.
It's a shame that some people will put it off just because it's old.
So, what does Fate fall under? Does the Fate series also fall under?
I would
Shonen,
say
or
that
does
would
it
be
fall under seinen?
shonen.
I would
'Cause-
say two
I mean-
because it's not
yeah.
that violent, and
I
it,
love the crap out of that series.
Yeah.
It is one of my favorite art-wise, music-wise, and just if they actually stuck to their own damn story, I would love it story-wise. But I have to say, Type Moon, sweeties, you have really got to stick to your own damn story, because everything is just so out of whack right now. By the way, I love Grand Order. Okay.
And okay, anime ending, I would actually say, the ending from Trigun is good, and ending one from the original Orphan anime,
My favorite ending.
My Morning Musume or whatever. It's really cool.
Favorite ending. I would say either My Will from Inuyasha or Come on Inuyasha. I can't remember which season that is though. I think it's like 7 or 8.
Is anybody using the words phrasing anymore? Because I think that was a mandatory phrasing.
Phrasing.
Yeah,
mean,
I don't.
come on,
I don't
Inuyasha,
think we're-
Come on, dude. Come on, seriously. What the
I
hell?
don't think we're doing phrasing anymore. I don't think that's a thing.
No, we're done.
I really like the first ending theme to Meisane Koku.
Either way, we're on all platforms, so help yourself, Kat. It's just more of which one we are going to be paying attention to. And some
Yeah.
of us just aren't paying attention to all of them because, God, we don't have the skills to be.
No,
We're
DBZ
not,
clone, they say Yu Yu Hak.
We're
Really? Who
not
says-
Assassination Classroom.
Who
We're
says
not
Yu Yu
technically.
Hakusho is a DBZ clone?
Well, no,
Hmm.
it's got a bit of tournament there. I mean, and Dragon Ball, the original, was
Well, I mean,
based
the-
around tournament.
The
Like,
tournament
entire-
arc the tournament arc is kind of a staple in shonen overall. So it's not really that it's a clone. It's
Yeah.
that it was like whichever anime did it first or did it most popularly first. I think that is the one that set the trend in motion. So it's not like a carbon copy. It's just like they took the idea.
Well, definitely martial arts anime, which were in the sports genre, definitely had that for Dragon Ball did.
Hmm.
Baki, like tournament after tournament. So is Hajime no Ippo. There's like tons of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean
I think
that's the
Hashinojo
nature of the
and,
show, dude. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
nature of
the show.
Hajime no Ippo.
That's the whole thing. Well, no, I could argue that like Baki, it's not the sole focus. The sole focus of Baki is like
That's fair.
Baki trying to get stronger so he can beat up his dad
So, can I
because his
name
dad's a total dick.
a shonen that I found to be very quite unique?
Okay.
I found Assassination Classroom to be very unique. I don't know why. Maybe just because of its take on how everything is done. What do you guys think?
I still haven't
I've
seen it,
comment.
so
Oh my god!
it's
Oh my
like
God.
I'm
Octopus
gonna
teacher.
I'm
He's
gonna
got,
be
like,
watching
a
it next
direct
week. I
line to my
promise.
heart. He's got a direct line to my heart. Forever has been known.
Gross.
Octopus teacher.
Ha! Gross.
Ha!
Ukiyo-e, what?
What now? Also, that is 1 out of 5 seasons. 5, 6? Season 1.
Season 1 out of 5 or 6 is probably the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently, my brain could not.
Your brain, not brain.
My brain not braining right
Well,
now.
no, is it just me, or
Brains.
just, like, I consider Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z two totally different things. Because Because, like, when you think about it, Dragon Ball was basically Journey to the West, and then they did some tournament stuff. I mean, that was where Goku actually did most of the cool shit.
Yeah.
But they had the whole Journey to the West theme, and then for Dragon Ball Z, they just skipped all that and just fucked around and basically made it a goddamn comedy for the most part.
Actually,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball was pretty much no. Dragon Ball was also a comedy because they would
It
bring
was a
up
comedy,
underwear.
yes. It was a
No.
comedy, yes, but they
Z
focused
went
a lot
crazy
more on...
with the action. It became about Saiyans, and it had more sci-fi elements.
Yeah, that.
Like,
So-
the thing about the original Dragon Ball was, it was... I don't know, it just felt different. It felt better than Z. Or even
Well,
Super.
it was... So, I would say, and people might fight me on this a bit, I would say that it was more story-based than Dragon Ball.
Fight
Yeah.
me. Just kidding.
A lot
Just
more.
Yeah. Whereas DBZ is more action and character-based.
For Gohan, at least. I mean, Goku had already been developed. I mean,
Yeah, Goku was
There's
just
not
kind
much
of...
more you can do with
Goku was a tool. And I mean that in the literal sense, not like... Well, also he was
Hey, you guys having any problems? Let me fight it!
I can't eat that! He picks up a baby. Now this...
in Dragon Ball, he caught a wolf and ate it.
So, you know,
He
I
did.
often question this.
He also
because
catches
of the
fish with his
fact-
tail.
So, how did Gohan come to be? If he is that.
Oh, no, they explained that in the abridged series. Chi-Chi had to tell him that she had cinnamon rolls in her shirt.
I remember that.
I fucking love that show.
I mean, Vegeta's pretty dumb too when you consider the canon of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck's a condom?
Were you wearing protection? I was wearing my Saiyan armor.
I was wearing my armor.
Oh my god. Okay, so...
What are you doing? What am I doing? What are my plans? What are your plans? Are you?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking kill
I'm
you!
gonna kill you.
I'm gonna fucking kill you! Ah!
Since
Oh my
this
God, they
has
put
just
One Punch
evolved
Man-
into memes.
First immortality.
Then the
One Punch
bitches.
Man into this too.
I've got a lovely bunch of Dragon Balls.
Oh my God. Bagels, that is so
What?
true.
Jokes.
No, here's the thing I just saw on Wikipedia. Apparently, Cowboy Bebop has had manga adaptations which are considered shoujo.
I'd believe that. I mean, there's room for that to happen. Well,
I
here's a
mean-
question. Given the themes of Cowboy Bebop, it can get kind of violent, but it's mostly the themes. Would you consider that a seinen? Because or a shonen? Because like I watched it as a kid. Like I watched it as a
I would
kid and I
consider it
loved it,
seinen.
but I would consider it a seinen too. Just because
Yeah, I
it's
would-
such an adult anime, and not in like the raunchy or gory way, but just like the mentality of it is so mature.
Yeah, the plot, a lot of the themes within it are very mature.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's basically about gangster life.
Well, not only that, but like Spike is like essentially having like he's just trying to go with the flow. He's trying to like he's so relatable as an adult is the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
You know? And I think the whole show is based around them just kind of finding their way in the universe, just going around, going with the flow, and just trying to see if they can make life worth living while making a living.
He basically lives the life of Jeet Kune Do.
Yeah, pretty much, and that is kind of the
That's
point. They
pretty much
based him
yeah.
off of yeah.
Yeah.
My God, that refrigerator episode gave me nightmares.
Oh God,
And so we learned not to put stuff in the fridge again.
the mushroom episode though, that one's one of my personal favorites.
Fucking Ed is the best.
Ed is
Oh, yeah.
amazing.
Just to note something, I was on Wikipedia. One Punch Man is classified as seinen, but it's on that picture. It's among the shonen titles.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
threw me off.
Can't trust
Yeah,
the,
well, because again,
pictures.
fans like we love them. We love the fans, but we're concerned for the well-being of their brain space. Also, is Gintama like? Look at that. Gintama's in here. Is Gintama? I would say Gintama's like it's a comedy,
I've
and
never seen Gintama.
I would honestly say it's a seinen. Just
according to Wikipedia, it was printed in Shonen Jump.
oh, it was printed in Shonen Jump, so I guess it really is a shonen. Like it's hard to tell because it's just so based on comedy. It's like there's some things kids won't get. There's some things kids will get. Where do you go? I guess we'll just trust that Wikipedia knows what it's talking about.
Hmm.
So now here comes the biggest question. So, Detective Pikachu movie.
That is obviously a piece of absolute genius and
No,
should be
but
respected.
honest.
They got Danny DeVito.
Ryan
Yep.
Reynolds made that movie. Don't fool
He did.
yourself.
He absolutely did. But he made it so well that it made me think it was a good movie.
The movie itself was
It was okay.
not good in the
It was,
beginning.
it was okay. There's some really good scenes in it, but it's just okay.
Yeah.
It's as good as a live action Pokemon can get.
Yes, because some things don't quite translate right, and honestly, the way that they made the Pokemon look in it, I think is one of the best things about it because it's so hard to make a believable Pokemon, and like you kind of do believe, like you know inherently that they're CG, but you kind of do believe like this is what a Pokemon world would look like IRL. You know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one scene with the Magikarp, though.
Oh my god. No spoilers for people, but yes. That.
That scene was beautiful. Though I have to
Jesus.
say that the plot was pretty predictable.
I mean,
Like, I guess it
did you
doesn't
expect
fit
it not to be? It is still aimed at kids.
This is true. This is true.
Oh, Kat
Yeah.
wasn't here earlier, so seinen is essentially so if shonen is defined as it's aimed towards young boys, seinen is it's aimed towards adults and a mature audience. And thank you, Bagels.
Young
That's
adult
the
men.
yeah, like rated R to PG-13. That's a good way to put it as well. So it can be sexual, but it's just more adult themes, and that could mean like themes about the real world or dealing with depression or adults who talk like adults.
Yeah.
So like sometimes it is a bit ecchi, sometimes it's not. Like for example, an example of a really good seinen that I love is Spice and Wolf. That's a really good seinen.
It is. I really like
It's so
Spice
good, and like it inspired. Like there's one line in there, like one set of dialogue in there that was like 30 seconds in the
How
the
about
entire
Shield
show.
Hero?
Shield Hero is also seinen.
And it's
Yeah.
really
It's really seinen. It gets
is
super
really good.
mature, super quick.
I'm just surprised. Like you brought it up earlier, I'm surprised Death Note isn't considered seinen or it didn't make it into a seinen magazine.
Well, yeah, we had this conversation
We just
earlier.
covered this.
Yeah.
It's because of how Misa and how Light think. It's because it's in their own little mind. The universe revolves around them. So they think they take it upon themselves to play God.
Yeah, but would you if you
Yeah,
took
I consider
So-
it
so-
seinen, Death Note, for example, that's a shonen, but then you have Azumanga Daioh, which is considered seinen.
Again, it depends on the themes.
It depends on the theme.
Because-
So if Death Note was written just subtly differently, it likely would have been a seinen.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It's one of those things that's on this weird cusp of you can treat young men, young boys, like adults when you're making media. You can do that.
Right. But it definitely goes
But it doesn't make
into
it
the
seinen.
mentality.
Yeah. It's definitely still
mentality.
targeted towards the younger boys, the teens.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've heard people say shows like Full Metal Alchemist blur the line between shonen and seinen.
With
They
the
kinda
with
do.
the themes that they go
Brotherhood
with.
really does. Brotherhood really does.
So and
Both
that's
series.
that's the end of the interesting thing. The overall theme of the first run of the series, even though it changed because the manga wasn't finished, it had an overall darker theme. But what I love about the second one is that it legitimately has it shows Ed and Al in their own different ways going through the path of the Hermetic Arcanum, which is the
Yeah.
path to become a Sorcerer's Stone. Or, sorry,
Yeah.
a Philosopher's Stone. Jesus Christ. Did I really... I'm not tired, I
Well,
swear.
no. The Sorcerer's Stone is the same as a Philosopher's Stone.
No, I
It's-
know it is, but I hate the term the Sorcerer's Stone because the only reason why it's a thing is because they changed the name of the Philosopher's Stone Harry Potter book, and it got really popular.
Well, no, it was a thing even before that. In
Was it?
alchemic literature. Yes, it actually was. It could be interchanged.
I don't know.
Blame is
I
on me being very much into the occult.
well, as far as the Philosopher's Stone goes, the only legitimate things I've read about it, the other things I've read, like online and stuff, but I have read the Hermetic Arcanum, so that's all I know. And Hermetic Arcanum says Philosopher's Stone, so I will still get mad at myself for saying sorcerer.
Bagels, we are not going there. We're not going there. Okay? Bagels, no.
Anyway,
God damn it,
So,
Bagels,
to
you
answer your
fucker.
question, Liz,
Um,
it has more to do with how Light and how Misa think. Because Light stumbles across a book. He's an angsty teenager thinking, oh, I could change the world simply by killing a bunch of people off without understanding the consequences of it. And it's so egocentric.
Yeah,
So it's revolving around their tiny, immature brains.
yeah, and Cat, no, the manga was not seinen either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're both-
well, an interesting
They all
thing
both
to
shonen.
note, I mean, when it was brought over to the US, Death Note, and I have a manga right here for Rosario Vampire, because they're slightly more mature than your typical shonen, they've labeled it as Shonen Jump Advanced for the English versions. So I guess
I love Rosario plus Vampire.
So if
That series
Rosario
was
plus Vampire falls under that, does Baka and Test fall under that too?
I do not know. Let's find out.
Because I know that there's quite a few shows.
Okay, the manga, at least this is for the Japanese market, it is a shonen.
Okay, so it is a shonen.
Yeah, Bakken Test.
It's true. He is Super Saiyan lesbian. What? Never mind.
you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it.
So, Josh, when are we going to cut off the stream?
I was literally about to. I was about to start wrapping this up. You need to get out of my head, Boba.
I can't
out.
help this.
Just
When you get
Yeah.
out of mine, I'll get out of yours, okay?
all right, fine. Anywho, so no, King, I know who you are. It's okay. It's okay. I know who you are. Don't worry about it. Breathe. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right. Yeah. So, by the way, so King Style, I met him at Acon at the end of my social otaku panel. Yeah, sorry, Kat. We do stream at, we usually start, although we started a little bit late today, we start at 8 p.m. Central Time. So if that helps, which, are y'all over on Pacific Time? Is that I'm assuming since Boba knows y'all that you're on Pacific Time. Somebody clarify. Like with words.
So
Boba.
we start with words what? What
It,
what
it,
now?
it, that you seem to know Kat and Yasmin. Are they people you met at AX?
I know Kat, don't know Yasmin too well.
Okay.
Yasmin is who you may know.
Oh,
as
EST.
Julie.
Okay, so that'd be 9 o'clock for EST. If it's Pacific time. Yeah, either way. Yeah, so 8 o'clock Central time. Honolulu? Damn.
Honolulu.
Like, that's nuts. Zoinks.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, so that's going to be the normal time, usually every Thursday. I will try to get better at using the social medias to talk about things and using the Discord to talk about things, but I up until now I've been like so busy with so many things. So either way, let me see. Is there anything else we need to mention at this point?
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna bring Gundam up again. How even though it's
You know
still
what?
generally considered
We'll
to be
just-
shonen,
We'll just give
The ve-
Gundam its own episode. How about that?
Oh, that's
Teenage
right. Hey,
eventually.
Yasmin. Sorry. I was kind of
she's
if I
having
could
a
describe
stroke over
myself
here.
if I could describe myself at the con, I was that dead corpse dragging myself around because I was halfway to dying throughout the day.
I feel
Man,
that.
isn't Yasmin Joy?
Yes.
Yeah.
We did meet at AX. Oh, hi.
Anyway,
Anyway,
So-
as I was saying,
Yep.
the entire franchise may be considered shonen, but when you compare a series, the maturity level fluctuates between them, and even in terms of violence and etchiness. I mean, the bottom line is, what is a shonen? What constitutes a shonen? Just whatever the creators say. I mean, it doesn't seem to be
it's
a
yeah,
checklist.
it's the maturity and the mentality that they're going for, because the anime, like Boba was saying earlier, it's that mentality, like the writing has a certain way about it, and the idea is going to be, if it's marketed towards young men, young boys, it's going to attempt to appeal to the mentality of that demographic. And same with seinen, it's going to be the mentality of that demographic in one way or another. So it can vary a lot given that premise, but at the end of the day, it will show if you think about it hard. Like, I couldn't wrap my head around the fact that Death Note wasn't a seinen until literally this podcast, when people started explaining it in different ways. I realized, oh yeah, it totally is a shonen, because that mentality is very teenage angsty. You know, it's so
Well, what about Fist of the North Star? Would you consider that shonen by today's standards, or what's typically called shonen?
no,
looked
for
it up.
several reasons, but we are trying to wrap this up, Dark.
Yeah, just last point. It
No, I
was
know.
also in the shonen magazine.
It does fall under shonen,
Does
but
it?
it does.
Oh,
When I was reading up for this, I looked at a huge list. It is part of the shonen category.
that's crazy.
However, we are trying
Yes.
to wrap up, Dark. So
Don't
let's
mess
settle
with
on
me,
up.
man. All right, thank you so much. See us next week. Same bat time.
Wonder Twins out.
See ya.
And now I go to actually cut off the stream, and I'm going to be purposefully awkward about this. Bye, everyone.